Okay, so Nina, you have the first question you up. So you say you have a system of equations and it says solve by elimination. So I'm gonna ask each of you here. Can y'all all see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna ask each of you here. And you it's no particular order. You can just blurt it out if you want. What variable would you get rid of?
5x.
The X, okay. Anybody else?
I would have said the Y.
They said the Y, okay.
And I'm late or early?
You're right on time.
One time.
Yay.
So
Okay.
I heard somebody say they would get rid of the X. I heard somebody say they would get rid of the Y. Me personally, I would get rid of the X. This is why.
Okay.
Remember,
Okay.
you want opposites. Well, there is no opposite here. So what I would have to do is I would have to multiply this by 4 and this by 3. So I could get 20x minus 12y equal negative 12. 15x plus 12y equal 18. So I would have to do 2 sets of multiplication in order to get rid of one of the variables. So here, I wouldn't do that. I'm not saying you can't do it. So when you get in higher level math, you actually learn to get rid of any variable. But for our intents, for our purposes, you're going to have a basic system of equations and you're going to have to get rid of one of the variables. So when I look at this equation, what I would do is, what's the opposite of 5x?
Minus 5x.
Minus 5x.
Minus 5x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ooh, let me change the color to blue. I don't like this problem at all. I don't like
because Mr. Tinsey, I'm going to tell you because it's asked you 3 questions. After the question, listen, after this right here, right? What I get is 10 minus y. 10 minus y. 10 minus y. No, wait, let me finish.
Oh, it got a second step, you mean?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
It got to wait. Let me tell you. Wait a minute. It's 10 minus y 1 equals negative 3. But then you got to plug it in.
It got 10.
Yes, it's 10 minus y. The y is a 1 equals minus 3. But then it asks you to subtract the bottom from the top. And then it's supposed to be 0 minus 7.
Listen, we're not even going through all that. That's craziness. I'm going to show you how to do this problem. I'm going to show you how to do this problem. See, this is why a lot of times they go through all these necessary steps. Okay, so watch this. I'm going to show you. It's fine, and I'll show you how to do it. But for all intents and purposes, this is what all you're going to have to do. When you say eliminate, you got to get rid of one of the variables. So when I look at this, I know that 5x and 5x. So I see both of them. So right away, what I would do is I would say, okay, well, the opposite of 5x is minus 5x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this second equation by a negative. What that's going to do is that's going to change the sign of everything in that second equation. So the first equation is going to pop over. It's not going to change it at all. Then I'm going to have minus 5x minus 4y minus 6. Now the second step, so this was the first step. The second step is to combine these 2 equations. You should notice right away that those x's cancel. Because 5x minus 5x is 0. 0x. Well, 0 times anything is 0. So it's gone. Now you combine those 2 terms. Minus 7y equal minus 9. This is where it gets tricky at. Because
that's why I got tricky.
Right. On the GED, all your answers are going to come out to either whole numbers or common fractions. So in this case, how you would do it is I got to divide by negative 7. Whatever I do to one side, I do on the other. The 2 negative 7s cancel, and I got y equal 9/7. The GED, and this is why I don't like this. That's why I could see right away that it wasn't going to work out to a whole number. For the GED, they're going to work out to either whole numbers or common fractions, 1/2, 1/4, 3/4. But usually for system of equations, it work out to whole numbers. Okay, so for example, let me see if I have something open already so I could give you a nice little example. Let me see. I might not have it open. I might not have it open. I don't have anything open. Okay. But what I'll do is I'll try to find one as we go forward. That's a matter of fact, I can go on Schoology real quick. Let's look at Schoology.
But that's where I got your problem from, Schoology on Khan Academy. That's that
Okay.
same exact problem.
So look at this one right here. See this one right here? See
Yes.
how the X's already cancel out?
Yeah.
So it's nothing for you to do there. So now I just need to combine everything. I get 6y, because y plus 5y is 6y, equal minus 5 minus 13 is minus 18. Divide both
Then you
sides by
divide.
6. And you get y equal negative 3. So when I look at this and I look at the y's, there's 2 y's that's negative 3. So can't be A, can't be D. So I'm going to plug this back into one of the equations. So I got 2x minus 3 equal negative 5. So I add 3 to both sides. I get 2x equal to minus 2. Divide by 2 on both sides. I get x equal negative 1. So x is negative 1. Y is negative 3. The point to answer this question, the solution to this system of equations is parentheses. Remember, x comma y. So minus 1 comma negative 3. That would be your final answer. Again, all that fraction stuff, and that's why on here, most of the quizzes I have work out to GED type questions and not fractions and decimals and all that mess. All right, so then the second question we had was where was it? Was it here? Yep. So now this should be fairly easy. If you don't know how to do it, this is the type of worksheet you should be able to go back and forth from one form to another, right? So here we go. So what did I tell you? Let's look at number 2 first. So number 2, this is standard form. My A is equal to what? So AX.
Negative.
Let me use red. Hold on, because red shows up better. AX plus BY
BY
equals
equals
C.
C.
My A is what?
Your A is X.
Nope.
Negative
1.
Negative 1.
Negative
Nope.
1.
Nope.
Negative 1.
Nope.
It's 1.
It's
One.
A over B though, right?
One.
No,
It's 1
listen.
because
You listen. So
X is
let's pause.
One.
Let's pause. This is what I need you to understand. A lot of people are jumping ahead. You do step at a time. First of all, identify this as standard form. AX plus BY equals C. Remember, look at that equation. AX. So A is whatever in front of the X. What number is in front of the X?
1.
1.
it's
What
1.
number is in front of the Y?
Negative
7.
Negative 7.
Negative
Negative
7.
7.
And then the constant on the other side of the equal sign, C is what?
9.
9. That's the first step. Just identify your A, B, and C. Don't jump ahead first until you got this down. Now, what I told you was the easy way. I showed you an easy way to find the slope. Take the opposite of A and put it over B. So if A is 1, what's the opposite of 1?
Negative 1.
Negative 1.
Negative 1.
What's B?
7.
B is
Negative
negative 7.
Negative 7.
Negative 7. Two
Negative
negatives make a what?
Positive.
Positive.
Boom. So your slope is 1/7. Now, to find your slope, to find your y-intercept, again, I gave you a shortcut. There's no reason to do all this other stuff. C over B. But you already identified A, B, and C. What is C?
9.
9.
Yeah.
What's B?
Negative 7.
Negative 7. So my y-intercept is negative 9 over 7. So, again, you got to, they're asking for slope-intercept form. But this is what I just gave you. Y equal 1/7 x. Why? Because y equal mx plus b. We know the slope, which is 1/7. We know the y-intercept is negative 9 over 7. So that's how you would do it. That would be your equation in slope-intercept form.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you, Mr.
Now,
Tansy.
watch this. Now, that's going from standard form to slope-intercept form. The other way, slope-intercept form to standard form. This is easy. Just add 4x to both sides. 4x plus y equal negative 3. Done. Easy money. So again, this is the type. Now I have assessments just like this on Schoology, but it's fine. If you have a worksheet, you should practice enough. But what you want to do is walk yourself through this process and say the steps. So for number 2, standard form, ax plus by equals c, a equal 1, b equal -7, c is 9. To find a slope, negative a over b, so that's -1 over -7. Slope, 2 negatives make a positive, so my slope is 1/7. Walk yourself and say it out loud. Why? Because you're reading it, you're writing it, you're hearing it, you're seeing it. Touch all your senses except smell. But that's what you want to do. You want to learn in different ways. You want to touch all those senses. So as you're writing it, ax plus by equals c is standard form. As you're saying it, a equal, b equal, c equal. My slope is the opposite of a or b. So what you'll do is when you see standard form in an exam, the first thing you should be doing is you should hear yourself in your head. Like, for example, when I look at number 4, let me clear this. When I look at number 4, I already know the slope. -5 over 1. I don't have to do it no more because I know this is in standard form. So this is a. The opposite of a is -5 over b, which is 1. My slope is -5. I'm done. My y-intercept is c over b. Again, 6 over 1, which is 6. So slope-intercept form will be y equal -5x plus 6. So you practice enough until you got it. Okay, so now they're not going to have this type of problem on the GED, but guess what? I want to prepare you for every single thing. What you notice is you have a 7 on both sides as your denominator. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
In order to get rid of that, the opposite dividing by 7 is multiplying by 7. So we're going to multiply both sides by 7. So I get 7y equal -10x plus 3. Why? Because the 7's cancel. Right?
Yes.
Now, standard form, I add the 10x to both sides. So I got 10x plus 7y equal 3. Done. Done. Now, will they have that? Probably not, but I wanted to show you because it's on this worksheet. I want you to be ready for everything. Everything. All right?
Yes.
So that was a system of equations. This was standard form and slope-intercept form. Remember, you should be familiar with both. But the most common form is slope-intercept form, y equal mx plus b. That's the one you're going to see the most. Any other questions? So Valencia joined us. Sharon joined us. Bridget joined us. Who is iPad? Who is iPad?
Probably me.
Who's no Valencia? So you were here twice?
Yeah, I logged in the first time, and then I had to leave to go do something, and that wait up second, so I logged out.
Okay. So I don't know. I don't know if there might be, but any other questions? Anybody got any other questions? Yes. Sharon.
Yeah. Okay. The word problems when you find a slope, to find the slope.
In Schoology, or you got something?
No. Yeah, I got something for it.
Okay, read it to me.
Okay.
Wait, never mind that name.
It says Luis has a website that sells custom t-shirts.
That sells t-shirts?
That sells custom t-shirts.
Yeah.
Custom.
Luis makes $2,300 profit in a month, where he sells 500 t-shirts. If he sells 700 t-shirts, he makes $5,100 in profit. If Luis were to grab
if he sells 700 t-shirts, he profits what?
Okay, let me see. So if he sells 700 t-shirts, he makes $5,100 in profit.
$5,100?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. If Luis were to graph his profits based on sales, what would be the slope of the resilient line?
Okay. Now, So you look at this problem, and many of you are probably saying, oh my goodness, I don't know where to start. This is the first thing I want you to do. Yes, you do. What are they giving you? What are they giving you? They're giving you what?
So
they gave you the amount he made was 2,300
On what? Oops.
profit
On what?
in a month.
I know it's 700. Ain't that the slope?
So
Nope.
is it
500 is the slope.
So now
500
let me
is the
ask you a
slope.
question. So no. See, that's what happens to people. You start jumping in before you just identify your givens first. You can't just jump in. This is why you're going to make a mistake. Okay? Slope is the constant rate of change. What is it telling us about change in this problem? Nothing. But what it did tell us is that if we sell 500 t-shirts, I'm going to profit $2,300. So the first thing you must identify is if they're asking for slope, how many points do you need? Two. So your first point is going to be 500, 2,300. Well, X is the number of t-shirts. Y is your profit. They didn't say anything about the slope. They want you to figure out the slope. So you got to remember, you don't have a graph, right? You don't have an equation. You got to understand what ways have we gone over to find the slope. It's not a graph, right? But what they gave us was 2 points. So now, how do you know what's X and what's Y? So X is your independent variable. Your Y is your dependent variable. What that means is you can't make a profit of $2,300 unless you sell the 500 t-shirts. So the 500 t-shirts is your X or your independent variable. Everybody understand that?
It's 5,100.
Say that again.
It's not 500. It's wait a minute. What you got here?
No. Listen, you told me.
That's the problem. Go.
Makes $2,300 profit.
You got it. Okay. I'm looking at something else. Go.
My second point is going to be what?
700.
700. Yeah.
And what?
Then it's the other one.
5,100.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how many points do we need to find the slope?
2.
Do we have 2 points?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now, from these 2 points, from this table that I just created, what formula should I use to find the slope?
500.
No, he's talking about the Y2 minus Y1.
Oh, right.
That's the slope
Why?
intercept.
Because what you should first be thinking, if I have 2 points, I'm going to use this formula.
Yes.
Okay, Y2 is good. What?
5,100. Wait, 5,100. I'm sorry.
What's Y1?
23.
What's X2?
700.
700 and
What's X1?
500.
What is 5,100 minus 2,300?
And then check my calculator.
That's going to be 2,800.
2,800. What is 700 minus 500?
200.
Okay, I'm going to move over here. So I got 2,800 over 200. Right away, you should see 2 zeros at the end. You can cancel them. 28 over 2. What's 28 over 2?
It's 14. 14.
So that means for every t-shirt you sell, you're making a profit of $14. For every t-shirt you make, you're making a profit of $14. So if you bought the t-shirt for $6, you're selling them for $20, you're making a profit for $14. But again, you cannot rush into this. You got to hear me in your head. When you read a question, you got to identify the givens. What are they giving you? Most people's like, oh, is the slope 500? Is the slope 700? No. You gotta identify what they're giving you. Okay. I gotta sell 500 t-shirts in order to make 2,300. I gotta sell 700 t-shirts to make 5,100. Those are 2 points. Everybody understand that?
Yeah.
Ooh, learn something new every day. Now, another way you could have done it, instead of using this formula, you could also have done this. The change in Y. So to go from 2,300 to 5,100 is 2,800. The change in X, to go from 500 up to 700 is a plus 200.
Yeah.
To find the slope is the change in Y over the change in X, which is 2,800 over 200, which is, again, 14.
Yeah.
That's now.
So we subtract both sides?
No, you're not subtracting. What do I have to go to do to go from 2,300 to 5,100? I went up 2,800. To go from 500 to 700, I went up 200. Or you can subtract 5,100 minus 2,300, 700 minus 500. Now, the last way is to use the calculator and plug those numbers in to get your slope. Again, let me and there's several ways I show you in the ebook in order to get this. I show you a real easy way. But let me show you how to use the calculator again, using y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And this is why almost every single problem that you're working on, you should be using that ebook to find a way to use your calculator. Because this problem really, oops, let me change it from let me clear all this out first.
Can that calculator or any like calculator like that can be on an iPad too?
No. So only calculator can use the TI-30XS. So
no, I know that. I meant like for practice before I do like that.
I do have a emulator that I found. One of our former students gave it to us, but I'll find it and send it to everybody again. How long did that take? That took 15 seconds.
Yeah.
So again, you wanna practice doing all of your problems with and without the calculator. Okay, what's next? I see someone in the chat.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is this Bridget?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so glad to hear your voice.
I know.
Yes. I've been praying for you.
Oh, good. Thank you.
All right, what question you got for me?
Okay, I have one that I just really don't understand it, and it's on Schoolology. This question is: an airport taxi charges a pickup fee plus an additional fee.
You took it on Schoology?
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it first.
Yes.
So I want to write it all in. That takes forever. Hold on, let me see if I can find it first. So you said
number 12.
What quiz is it?
It's it is the system of equations.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
So it was one of the ones you just took recently.
Yes.
Like I done marked so many. I think I marked like 40, 50 quizzes. Let me see. Just today, 1, 2, 3, 4. What is that? 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 just today. 12 yesterday. So it's a lot of people doing work. So let me see if this is, let's go on here.
Number 12.
Number 12. I got to find your name first.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No problem. There you go. Oh, not too bad though. That's not too bad. You got about a 70. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all.
And one in the rest of them was really stupid mistakes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm about to take the test on the 19th.
All right, so make sure you schedule your one-on-one with me.
All right.
This one right here?
Number 12.
Okay, let's look at this.
Yes.
Let's look at this. Okay.
Seems like something is missing.
Not at all. So again, this is similar to the problem that we just had.
Gotcha. That's why I started laughing.
If a 12-mile journey costs $14.45, so my X and my Y. So I have to travel 12 miles in order, it's going to cost me $14.45. I have to travel 17 miles and my charge is going to be $19.95.
Right.
Got me. So you're going to grab your calculator, and what do you need for the, remember, you want to, so it's two things you can do. There's two things you can do. Here, what is the pickup fee? So remember, you got to think, now it's two ways you could have did it, but
okay.
So remember, you got so Y equal mx plus b, right? So you have some type of fee that's going to be added on, plus a charge per mile. So what you're trying to find is the y-intercept. Got me?
Wow.
So now we don't have the y-intercept right now because we know the y-intercept is when x is equal to 0. So what we have to do is to find the equation of the line. So if we have 2 points, you can use your calculator, but I'm going to do it by hand. So how do we find the slope? Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. So 1995 minus 1445. 17 minus 12. That's a 550. Is that 550? 550. Yep. 550 divided by 5. So that gives us $1.10 per mile. So our slope is $1.10 per mile. Again, all these concepts are connected. We use the 2 points to find the slope. Then we use the slope in one of the points to find the y-intercept.
Yeah, so
y equal mx plus b. So let's use the first. Let's use the first point. So my y is 1445 equal m, which is our slope, which is 1.1, times x, which is 12.
12, yeah.
Plus b.
Wow.
1445 equal, what's that, 1320?
Yeah. Let me make sure.
Yes.
So 1445 minus 1320 is what? 80 and $45. The answer not even there. Wow.
Wow. What? Oh.
80 and 45 is 125. The answer not even there.
Yeah, 125.
So it would be y equal 110x plus 125. Now, I might have made a mistake. It looks like I did. Let's check it.
Yeah.
Let's check it. So let me save it. Let me erase this over here. And I'm gonna put my calculator on the right side. Let's check it.
Okay.
Let's see if it works out. Again, you're learning to use your calculator. Again, it should be your last step because this is how you check your work, right? So watch this. 110 times 12 plus 125. We should get 1445. Do we? Yes, we do. 110 times 17 plus $1.25. We should get 1995. Do we? There you go. There you go. So again, identifying your givens is what's important. And as you go through these problems, that's the practice you need to be working on. Because what happens is people put blocks up. All right, let's go to another one you got. That. We did that one. Let me see if any more. But we got most of these right. Here go one. Let's try this one.
Oh, yeah.
This is another system of equations. So I need everybody paying attention. It says Homer sells tickets for admission to your school play and collects a total
I made
of
a mistake on that one.
$104.
That's easy, yeah.
Admission
That's
prices are
total.
$6 for adults, $4 for
Right.
children. He sold a 21 tickets total, right? Solve this system of
Yeah.
equations. Now, first of all, he sold 21 tickets total. So 11
Right.
and 10 is 21, 12 and 9 is 21, 10 and 11 is 21, 19 and 12 is 21. So that's the first of all. So your two equations are going to be, watch this. First of all, your first step is identify your variable. So X is going to stand for my adults.
Yes.
My Y is going to stand for my children.
Yes.
Does everybody, the children tickets rather, tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Our first equation is X plus Y equal 21 because he sold a total of 21 tickets. Everybody understand that?
Yes.
My second equation is going to be $6 for adults, $4 for children. So
Right.
6 times the number of tickets plus $4 times the number of children's tickets equal $104. Everybody understand that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So now you have your system of equations. So eliminate one of the variables. Let me change my color to black. And I'm going to get rid of the x's. The reason why, because the opposite of 6x is minus 6x, or the opposite of 4y is negative 4y. So you know what? I'm going to get rid of the y this time. So I'm going to multiply this equation by negative 4. So I get negative 4x. Is negative 4 times x is negative 4x. Negative 4 times y is negative 4y. And negative 4 times 21 is minus 84. Does everybody see what I did there? Okay. This equation is just going, we're just going to bring that over. 6x plus 4y equal 104. Now we got to combine these two equations. What's 6x minus 4x?
2.
2 what?
2x.
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 The y's cancel. Equal, what's 104 minus 84?
Is it negative?
Oh, wait, 20.
20.
20.
In order to get x by itself, what do I need to do?
Divide.
Divide by what?
2.
2. Whatever I do on one side.
You gotta do to the other.
So
x is 10.
X stands for my adult tickets, right?
Right.
Boom.
So you got 10 adult tickets.
I
made another mistake. You better stop.
Right. I thought I had that one right. You gave me 2 wrong answers. And I couldn't understand.
X plus Y equal 21. Substitute that X in. 10 plus Y equal 21. Subtract 10 from both sides.
11.
Y equal 11.
See, you gave me 2 wrong answers that was right. And I was working, I was up all night long trying to figure out what did I do wrong.
Now, watch this though. I'm gonna show you something.
But I plug it in.
You see all that work we did?
I just plugged it in. That's I got the answer.
Listen, plug this in. That's a lot of work. So that's how you would do it algebraically, right? Watch this. So we know adult tickets are $6, right? So 11 times 6 plus 10 times 4. We need to get $104.
Yeah, right. That's not it.
Boom, that's not it. So we go to the second one. 12 times 6 plus 9 times 4. Did we get 104?
No.
Go to the third one. 10 times 6 plus 11 times 4. We done.
There you go.
Yeah, right, that's how I did it. Yeah. But you gave it to me wrong and I couldn't understand why it was wrong.
Because Mr. Tinsley make mistakes too. Stop playing. So remember.
Okay, well listen, you marked my 11 wrong. 11
so watch this.
Right
watch this.
wrong.
Watch this. Bam.
So
that's good.
Right.
That's good. Well, 11 was still wrong, wasn't it? I don't remember.
No, I think my 11
was 12.
right. 11. You marked my 11 wrong.
11. 7x equal minus 14. That's minus 2. Let's check it real quick.
Okay.
So they cancel out. You get 7x equal negative 14. divide by 7, x equal -2. Plug in, you right again, -2. Look at you, stop playing.
Okay.
Now, you see how fast I did that though, right?
Yeah.
So that was, everybody make mistakes. So we're going to plug that -2 back in. So we got 3 times -2 plus 2y equal 4. We got -6 plus 2y equal 4. We add 6 to both sides. 6 is canceled. 2y equal 10. Divide both sides by 2. We get y equal 5.
Yep.
So your point should be minus your ordered pair should be x comma y. Your x is -2, comma 5.
5.
That's how you do it algebraically. Again, if you learn how to use this calculator, you can plug these values in to both equations. For example,
X and Y.
so
Okay.
now you could say, so let's do the first one. Now it depends how you want to do it. -2 store x. 5 store y. Let's put the first one in. 3x plus 2y. I should get 4. I do. Let me try the second one, right? Second equation. 4x minus 2y. I should get -18. Done.
There you go.
I'm done. Already, I'm done. Look how easy it is if you understand what's given. When you're given the answers, when you're given that ordered pair, those are your x and y values. In order for a system of equations, for you to solve a system of equations, those values must work for both equations.
Yes.
But instead of doing algebraically, I substituted those values in, and it took me about 30 seconds. And again, you are right. So guess what? Boom. It's already saved. You should now see your new answer. But again, so one of the things is, I'm like I said, I'll create these assessments like on the fly. Like I'll just make them up, like they pop in my head, or I'll make something up so that I make mistakes, but I will fix those mistakes. So don't worry.
Okay.
But guess what though? What did you say? I worked on this because I knew I was right. But guess what? That's the reason why you learn more from your mistakes than when you get things right. Because you ensure you went through every step. You did it algebraically. You did it with the calculators. Like, I know I'm right. Right or wrong?
I started to email you.
Well, why didn't you? You should have.
I don't know.
You should have. All right, what's next? Who got another question
help
for
me?
me?
I don't understand. Help me. I need help with this one right here.
Good evening, Rashad. How you doing?
Good.
Rashad, how you doing this evening?
Oh.
Good, how you doing?
Good to hear you. Good to hear you. Anybody got any other questions? Like I haven't got a let's see. Valerie, Sean, Rashad, I need some questions. What y'all been working on this week? Bridget gave us a question. Brandy, Nina, Sharon. Let's give me some. Any more questions for us?
I have another one.
What's
go ahead,
that?
let that person go ahead. You can do me last. Somebody said something.
Okay, somebody have another question? Who has a question? All right, Nina, you up.
All right, listen. You know how you have to write your points out? It's already given on the graph. I'm having difficulties. I've been doing it for like days.
You mean identifying the ordered pair, you mean?
Yes, I can't get it. It's already given on the graph. I just can't, it's backwards to me. I just can't get it.
The thing you have to remember is that every point on the coordinate plane, this is the most important thing you have to recognize, is x comma y. But listen to what it's called, an ordered pair. What does pair mean? Two. Order means in order. So x before y. Understand that? So an ordered pair, x and y, and it's two of them. Got me? Second thing you must realize, that This is your x-axis. So when I look at my point, I need my x first. So I'm going to come up to my x first. What is that? What's my x?
1.
What kind of one?
-1.
-1, comma, and then what's my y? Come over here. What's my y?
-2.
-3. That's it.
Oh, sorry, I didn't.
So remember, ordered pair.
Okay.
X before y, pair meaning 2. So the x-axis is your horizontal axis. Your y-axis is your vertical axis. This is your plus side. This is your minus side. This is your plus side. This is your negative side. Okay? So remember, up and to the right is positive, left and down is negative. Now listen, finding an ordered pair is a guaranteed problem on your exam. It's on every single GED exam, every single one. So let's find one real quick. It's on every, if nobody here can tell you if they took the real test that they didn't find what the ordered pair is or the location of the point on the coordinate plane. It's on every single exam. So you, listen, that's an easy one. You can't get that wrong. Now, if I could find it, we'd be all right. There we go. So let me make this bigger. And what I want you to tell me, and I'll ask a different person for each point. Can somebody tell me what the ordered pair is for point J? Can somebody tell me what the ordered pair is for point
Say it
J?
out loud or-
Negative.
Yeah, I could do it. There she
-4.
goes.
Who said that first? Valencia?
Bridget, -4, 1.
So
Comma
Valencia,
1.
Valencia, give me that J. Give me J, Valencia.
Okay. -4, and the y is +1.
+1. Okay, who wants to try K? Did I hear
Okay.
of Sharon? What's K?
0,
Mm-hmm.
comma, +3.
+3. And who wants to try L? Who wants to try L? So Valencia and Sharon already went. Somebody. So besides Valencia and Sharon, who wants to give me the coordinate order pair or the location of point L? So okay,
I can
Brandy.
give it to you.
Brandy or
I might be wrong, but is it 3, -2?
3,
Yep.
-2. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
So every time you find an order pair, you're saying in your head, X, Y. X is first, then Y. What's my X? My horizontal axis. Keep saying it every single time. Every single time. Label your graph, X, Y. Here, they gave you the X. So all you doing here is saying, okay, my X is first, 3. My Y, -2. X, 0. Y, 3. X first, -4. Y, 1. Got me? Kenny, you good?
Yeah, I was doing it backwards.
Remember,
I was doing the Y first and then the X.
X. So remember, ordered pair, X before Y. X before
Like the
Y.
alphabet. X,
Yep,
Y, Z.
because
It's the
X is
alphabet.
before Y in the alphabet.
Yeah.
And
Word.
listen, every single question that you asked us tonight is on this exam. Let me go to that study guide again. Let's find that system of equations problem again. It got to be one on here. There we go, right there. On this system of equations, they give you a system of equations, but they're not asking you to solve. They're asking you to solve for X, correct? Everybody see that? Okay. So if they want to know what X is, what variable do I need to get rid of?
3.
No,
I
what
thought you get
variable?
rid of the 4 first.
No. Listen. Listen to what they're asking. What is the value of X?
Oh, wait, 4.
So if I'm trying to solve for X, What variable should I get rid of?
Y?
Y. I should eliminate Y. What do you notice about Y already?
They're different.
Let's already cancel.
They already canceled. They already opposites. What's 4x plus 4x?
8x.
8x. The 3's, y, and the minus 3y cancel. Equal. What's 8 minus 16?
8.
8.
What kind of 8?
Negative 8.
Negative 8. In order to solve for x, what do I need to do?
Divide.
Divide by what?
8.
8. Whatever I do on one side, I do on the other. Who said negative 8?
And it's a negative 8? Oh, no, I can't.
-1.
Negative 1. So x equal -1.
Yeah.
And I ask you for the solution. They're only asking you for x. Got me?
Yes.
Okay. Now, watch this. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to change this up a little bit.
Could we use the calculator to plug it in?
No, no. Why can't you plug it in here?
No, I'm just saying.
I did not get that at all.
You didn't get that at all?
No, I did not.
Okay. Hold on.
Just look at it.
Hold on.
We gotta roll it again for it.
Let me make it bigger. Hold on.
I couldn't see it either.
Make it nice and big so you can see everything.
Yeah.
I want you to see everything. So first of all, what are they asking? What is the value of x?
Yeah.
Remember, you have to understand, what is the value of x? They're asking you to solve for x. So at the end, you need x equal. So what that tells you, if I need x equal, that means I can't get rid of x, because if I got rid of x, I only got y left. So that means I got to get rid of y. System of equations, which you just asked about, Nina, is elimination. You have to eliminate one of the variables. What you should notice is that the y's are already eliminating each other. You don't have to do anything.
Already canceled each other.
So when you combine these, 4x plus 4x is 8x. The 3y's cancel. And then when you combine 8 and minus 16, you get minus 8. To solve for x, you divide both sides by 8. The 8's cancel. I get x equal negative. Got me?
Oh, okay. You make it so simplified. Yeah, yes.
Yeah, that then kind of can me, dude.
But guess what, though? But guess what?
Exactly, because I was on there for 2 hours trying to get it. And
listen,
I couldn't get it.
This is what I want you to do. If you have a question on how to do something, ask me. Practice using Khan Academy.
But since I was doing it for 3 hours and I kept getting it wrong, did you check? I was on there, then I just got frustrated. And
you know, you're kind of. I didn't see nothing pop up, but you know, your Khan Academy always gave us problems. But what if it said, "What is the value of y?" So this time, oh my goodness, watch this. So if I'm that means I need to get rid of x. So the opposite of 4x is what?
Minus 4.
So I'm gonna multiply this equation by -1. So this comes over. We don't do anything with the first equation. And now when you multiply by -1, all you're doing is changing the sign of everything inside. So instead of 4x, I got minus 4x. Instead of -3y,
you got plus.
I got positive 3y. Instead of -16, I got
plus 16.
Plus 16. What happens to the two 4x's? They what?
They cancel out.
They cancel out. That's the purpose of system of equations. We're trying to eliminate or get rid of one of the variables. So that's the whole purpose. That's why it's called elimination. So what's 3y plus 3y?
It's 6y.
And what's 8 plus 16?
It's a -8.
What's 8 plus 16?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, God, 24?
24. In order to get y by itself, what are we doing?
Divide 6.
Dividing by what? Divide by 6. Whatever we do on one side,
we do on the other.
We do on the other. The two 6's cancel. Y is equal to, what's 24 divided by 6? 4. So listen to what I just did. I changed this problem to solve for y. So it's asking originally just to solve for X, but you have to be prepared because on the GED, they can ask you to solve for X. They could ask you to solve for Y. If they ask you for the solution, it's X comma Y. So it would be -1, 4. That would be the solution. That would be the ordered pair that solves this system of equations. But on this question, they just asked for X. They could just ask for Y, or they could ask you to solve this system of equations. You have to be prepared to answer all three. Everybody understand that?
Yes.
Now, usually what I can tell you is when they give you a system of equations, if they go give you a word problem, take the multiple choice, plug them in, as I just showed you a few minutes ago. On this one, if you notice, the Y's already canceled. Usually on the GED, they usually have one of the variables already canceling, or you got to multiply one of the equations by a negative. What we just did. And you should be prepared for the system of equations that they're going to give you. Now, let me explain this also to you. You're only going to get 1 or 2 system of equations. So I wouldn't spend days and weeks on system of equations.
Thank God.
You only get 1 or 2 questions. All right. Time is flying. We got 7 minutes left. I need another question.
Okay, I'm gonna just tell you what I was practicing doing, using the quadratic formula to do the problems.
Is this on Schoology or one you just made up? I mean, on another worksheet.
On another worksheet.
Okay, tell me what it is.
Okay, let me go look at my book. Where you at? Wait a minute, I don't know how to find it. Oh my goodness. All these daggone things I had on here. I don't believe I can't find it now. Okay, do this one. Is this the one we had? Okay, this one. Here we go. It's X squared. No, we did this. No, I got a different one. Sorry. Because I think we did this one already. Okay, M2.
Yep, not M2. M what?
M squared. I'm sorry.
Squared.
M squared minus 5M minus 14 equals 0.
Okay. So the first thing you should recognize is this a quadratic equation? How do you know this is the quadratic equation?
Because it's squared.
Because it's squared. The highest term in this equation is to the second power. That's what makes something a quadratic equation. Does everybody understand that? Okay. So the standard form of a quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Does everybody understand that?
Yes.
A is what?
Oh, A is 1.
A is 1. B is what?
B is -5.
-5. C is what?
C is -14.
Does everybody understand how we identified A, B, and C from this quadratic equation? Okay, good. The second step, if A is 1, if A is 1, we're going to find the factor pairs of -14. So what 2 numbers can I multiply together starting with 1 to get -14?
7. 2.
No, 1 times 2 is not 1 and -14. No. Starting with 1.
The 14 minus 10.
Oh, 1 and -14. Now we're going to go up 1. Does 2 times what?
-7.
-7. Does 3 go into 14?
No.
Does 4 go into 14?
No.
Does 5 go into 14?
No.
Does 6 go into 14?
No.
We already have 7, right?
Yep.
On the other side, we're going to reverse our signs. So instead of 1 and -14, I'm going to have what?
You're going to have -1 and +14.
-1 and +14. Instead of 2 and -7, I'm going to have what?
-2
and +7.
and +7, yes.
These are the factor pairs of -14. Does everybody understand that step?
Yeah.
The next step is to find what pair is going to give me B.
Yep.
So what pair, if I combine together, will give me -5?
2 and -7.
2 and -7. You're going to use that 2 and -7. Watch this. So that 2 is a +2. So M plus 2, M minus 7. So all I did was take this 2 here, this 7 here. Does everybody understand that?
Yeah.
This is factor. So that if they ask you to factor a quadratic equation, that's what we just did. M plus 2 times M minus 7. To solve it, we must find the zeros. So what values of M would make this 0? The opposite of +2 is what?
-2.
The opposite of -7 is what?
+7.
So if they ask you to solve this quadratic equation, your answer is -2 and 7. If they ask you to factor this quadratic equation, it's M plus 2 times M minus 7. Got me?
Yes.
Listen, somebody gonna need some practice today. You better get home.
I was gonna say I got another one.
Another what?
Problem.
Give me one more. Let's go.
Okay, 20y.
20y?
Minus, 20y. We got square. 20y squared minus 31y. Minus 7.
Minus what?
7.
Minus,
wait a minute. Plus 7 equals 0.
Plus 7.
Equals 0.
Equals 0. Now listen, you're not going to get one this hard, but I'm going to show you how to do it.
Oh, that was a hard one? Okay.
What? This one, you're never going to have anything this hard in the GED. Ever.
Good.
But I'm going to show you how to do it.
Yes, please.
A is what?
A is 20.
20.
B is what?
31.
-31.
C is what?
7.
Plus 7.
So first of all, you got to be able to identify A, B, and C. If A is not equal to 1, we're going to factor A times C. What is 20 times 7?
Let me see. I'm a calculator.
Y'all better stop playing.
40.
Y'all can't
It's 104.
You should be, listen, remember, these are powers of 10. 7 times 2 is
7 times
14,
2 is
add a 0.
Add a 0.
Okay,
You're
stop
right.
playing. That's mental math. Now, this is a much longer problem because we got to find a factor pairs of 140. That's a whole lot. So 1 and 140, 2 and 70. Does 3 go into 140? No. Does 4 go into 140? 2, 3, 2, yep. 4, 40, 70, and 35. 5 goes in 140. That's 20 and 8. 6 does not go into 140. 7 goes into 140.
Oh my goodness. That's why she used that.
8 is 1, and 8 does not go into 140. 9 does not go into 140.
No.
10 goes into 140.
Yeah.
11 does not go into 140. 12 does not go into 140. So those are our factor pairs, right?
Woo.
Now, let me ask you a question, though. Let me ask you a question. You sure this is not?
It could, listen.
You sure this is not -7?
It could be. I'm sorry. It could be.
I think it's -7.
It's -7?
Yeah, I think it's -7.
Because I was learning how to put it in using a formula on a calculator.
I'll show you. It's -7. So we're going to change all these to negative real quick.
Yeah.
So on the other side, we're going to have 1 and -140.
Okay.
2 and -70. The reason why I'm looking at the factor pairs.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay.
When you know it, this stuff is like the back of your hand.
So we got to find out for B, which one's going to give you negative 31, right?
Right. So what's going to give you negative 31?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yep.
Is minus 35 and 4.
Yep.
So now this is why I say this is difficult, because now you got to rewrite this equation as 20y squared plus 4x minus 35. Oh, it's a y. It's a y.
It's a while. Yeah.
Minus 35y minus 7. So here I'm going to pull out a 4y, because look at the 4 and the 20. The highest one I can pull out is a 4. The highest y I can pull out is y. So I'm going to have 5y plus 1. Here I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pull out a 7, a negative 7. And I got 5y plus 1. If you notice, you have a common factor of 5y plus 1. So I can combine these two here. So we got 4y minus 7 times 5y plus 1. So again, that's factor. So we want to find the zeros. So the opposite of minus 7 is plus 7. Then put it over the coefficient, 7 over 4. Opposite of plus 1 is minus 1 over 5. So your 2 that will solve this is 7/4 and negative 1/5. Yet you will not have anything that hard.
Okay.
I guarantee you. But if you can do this problem, now, what I show you is this.
I did it in the calculator.
I'm not, listen. This is why if you see how long, listen, you see how long this took me.
Yes, Lord, yes.
How long would this take? Right? So, what we're going to do is we're going to use the calculator. I keep trying to tell you, as you're going through, I would go through this ebook first. So you got to identify what you can use the calculator for. Watch this. Watch this. Now, we know the answers, right? I erased the answers, but oh my.
I know the answer. I got it.
You got them? Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
So what I'm going to do is, first of all, let me clear this out. Watch this. Watch this. 20 store A minus 31 store B. Negative 7 store C. Boom. Now, I look on my formula sheet and I know my quadratic formula is minus B plus or minus. I only can't do plus or minus at the same time. So plus B square root of B squared minus 4AC. Now listen, all I did was learn how to put A, B, and C into my calculator and know how to put the quadratic formula into my calculator. Watch this. Now, all that mess, all that difficult algebraic calculations, hit enter. My first answer is 7/4. I go back up into my quadratic equation, change my plus to a minus. My second one, minus 1/5. Isn't that the same thing that we just got?
Yes.
And not even half the time. We did that in 45 seconds.
Yep.
So what I'm saying is, listen to what I'm saying. It's very important that you understand that. Understand this. Instead of wasting a week to 2 weeks studying quadratic equations, take 2 days and learn how to use your calculator. I wouldn't even waste my time. What I would do is I would learn how to factor when A is 1. I would learn how to factor my quadratic equation and find my zeros. I will learn how to multiply binomials. I will make sure I know how to do that. But for a quadratic equation like that, I would use my calculator. I wouldn't even waste my time, because otherwise, if you do this by hand, this problem takes you from 5 to 7 minutes. If you learn how to put in the calculator, how fast did I do it? Not even a minute. but it takes practice. Listen, I cannot tell you. Listen, take a week to 2 weeks to go through the ebook so you can know when to use the calculator for your quadratic equation, your linear equation, your system of equations, how to substitute, how to evaluate. If you learn those things, how to do sign numbers. You should have seen how many assessments I marked in the last week where the person got it wrong because they switched signs. Listen, for every sign number calculation you do, practice -7 times 4, -28. Minus 32 divided by -8, +4.
Mm-hmm.
You have to, -3 plus 9, 6. -3 minus 5, -8. Listen, one of the most common mistakes I saw over the last week was sign numbers. Now, again, that's the bad news. But the good news is almost everybody who assessments that I marked this week had 60 or above. Remember what I told you? If you're getting 60 and above on my assessments, you're going to be ready for that GED. Okay? So almost every quiz, every assessment that I marked in the last week, almost every single one of them was 60 or above. So now it's time to go into that same quiz, fine-tune those questions that you got wrong, make sure you understand them, see my feedback I give back to you, then take the quiz again. Then once you score that 75, 80, move on to the next one. Anybody got, today is July 10th. Does anybody have their GED scheduled before the month is out? Okay, if you have it scheduled before the month is out, right now, you need to schedule your one-on-one with me. So, Bridget, you already have, I believe you already have the link to schedule, because I think, right?
I think I do, but I'm not sure. Can you send it again?
I'll resend. Anybody else scheduled for this month? Okay.
No.
So, again, schedule that one-on-one. And I would probably say maybe 2, 3, 4 days before you got to take it. Why? Because then you can watch the video and go over everything that you're having problems with. And then you go in there and take your exam and you pass. It's going to be that simple. All right?
All right, Mr.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Everybody have a good evening. You're welcome.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Mr. Senzi,
Yes.
how fast